So there is this question I'm often asked, which is between ivermectin and the levamisole, which is the better drug for deworming. Now, like I always tell you guys, whatever I experience is what I will always talk about. Both of them are for deworming, but there is a specific drug between these two that is meant for internal worms. Mind you, there is internal parasites and there is external parasites. Most of the times, for internal parasites, including things like, let me let me read from the drug itself. Um, Treatment of helminthic infestations caused by both gastrointestinal nematodes and lungworms in both cattle, sheep, pig, and goats. Now, for the lungworms and for the gastrointestinal, and we all know when we talk about gastrointestinal, we're talking about the stomach, the inside the body. Now, basically, in summary, what this drug is for, this levamisole, is for the internal parasites, for the lungworms, for the gastrointestinal parasites. That is what this levamisole is for. Now, you must have both of them on the farm because while this one focuses on the internal parasites, the ivermectin, which we all know is for the external parasites, mostly for mungies, all those red things that usually come on pigs' body, that usually makes them to scratch their bodies. That is the job of the ivermectin. Some know it as ivomec, but it's for external parasites, anything that will affect the pigs on their skin. That is what this drug is mostly for. Now, this drug is also used for certain internal parasites, but from my own experience, it's not as effective as levamisole. But if you own a farm, be it cattle farm, goat farm, I think rabbit is also used for rabbits. Okay, sheep, cattle, goat, pig. These are the four animals that are specifically uh, meant. This drug is meant for these animals, these four animals. Now, if you own any of these farm animals on your farm, you must have these two drugs. Because while this one you can use it for the external parasites, this one is for the internal parasites. So none of them is useless, and none of them is better than the other. It's just that both of them are used for different things, but they are important. They are very, very important to have on your farm. Both the ivermectin and the levamisole. This one is for the internal parasites. This one is for the external parasites. And now, if you are using this levamisole, you have to be careful. This is the harshest drug I have seen. If there's how you give it to your animal and your animal will just stay there and go off. So you must adhere strictly to the dosage. This drug is 1 ml per 20 kg body weight. Don't go beyond it. If an animal is weighing 20 kg, give it only 1 ml. If it's not weighing up to 20 kg, give it 0.5 or 0.5 to 0.7, depending on the body weight. If it's 10 kg, 0.5. If it is like 15 kg, 0.7. If it's 20 kg, 1 ml. 1 ml. Don't go beyond it. If you go and give it this drug to an animal that is weighing, let's say, 5 kg, just an animal that is still with the mother, and you go and give it 1 ml, the animal will stay there in front of you and go off. So don't make the mistake of giving overdosage on this drug. Don't make that mistake. This one is not that harsh, but in all these drugs, you always have to give according to the dosages. Now, all these drugs, their dosages are always written on their body. All these things you are seeing here, all this write-up, if you look at it well, you see the dosage written there. So that's why you always have to read the instructions given on the drugs before you start using them, so that you won't end up harming the animals you are trying to treat. Imagine an animal that is sick. Instead of the drug to now help you to recover, it goes and makes it to join the ancestors. So don't make that mistake. But that's why you always have to read instructions before you use any drug, especially if you don't have experience or if you're not a vet.